Hello and welcome to Kentucky Legal Aid. My name is Daniel Curry. My guest today is Vickie Kemp. Vickie joins us with the Girl Scouts
of Kentucky.
Vickie, are you the world's oldest Girl Scout?
No, I am not. No, we have a lot of women who are a lot older than me. I joined when I was in the second grade.
Okay. Now, I'm very excited about this show. I feel like you're familiar with the type of show this is, and our audience is more or less geared towards the senior population and their family members.
Okay.
And I know people who tune in immediately are going to say, "What does this have to do with seniors?" And I think you have some information that may surprise them.
I do.
Now, you are the Area 17 chair. I'm assuming the Area 17 encompasses Bowling Green and other counties?
Area 17 encompasses Warren, Allen, Simpson, Butler, Edmondson, and Logan counties.
Okay.
And by being an Area 17 chair doesn't mean that people come to me for permission to do anything. It's not an operational position. It is a policy position. So we have democratic process meetings where we vote on policies.
Can you tell me just a little bit about the Girl Scouts? Everybody probably feels like they know what the Girl Scouts are, and we may surprise them today.
Girl Scouts is more than cookies or beanies, which is what most people, that's what comes to mind first. Our mission of the organization is to build girls of courage, character, and confidence who make the world a better place. The Girl Scout promise, the girls will hold up 3 fingers, which reflects the 3 parts of the promise. And that promise is, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. And in general, Girl Scouting is the world's premier organization dedicated solely to serving girls. It's a value-based leadership development program. It's girl-led, girl-driven. We serve kindergarten through 12th grade. And this is our 100th birthday year, 2012.
Wow. 2012 marks 100 years of the establishment of Girl Scouts, or for this area, or
No.
for...
100 years ago is when the very first troop was formed and met at the home of the founder.
Okay. Who can be a Girl Scout?
The only requirements are that you be a girl.
Okay.
Or if you're an adult, you can be a male. We do have male Girl Scouts.
How does that work?
You have male leaders, male committee members. A lot of our dads, troop dads, join Girl Scouts. The only other requirement is that you pay, is it $12?
I have $12.
Yeah, $12 dues, and that is paid to the national organization.
What do you get for your $12? I imagine you get the membership, but...
That question's been asked a lot. That is just simply the national membership.
Part of the cost of doing business and keeping the organization policies current and keeping the members informed and...
Yes.
Okay, so, and kind of an administrative fee.
It
and
is.
$12, that's in most people's price range.
It is. And for those who cannot afford that, we do have scholarships. Everybody's heard of a scholarship when you go to college. We have scholarships that are available for those who cannot afford to pay those dues, or for those who can't afford to attend programs, who, perhaps they have been chosen to attend one of our destinations and can't afford, like, the flight, the airfare, or the fee to attend. We take care of those things through that.
Is that part of the $12 membership dues?
It is not.
I suspected as much. Tell us how that works.
Well, we have several ways of collecting money. One of those ways is through our cookie sale.
Yummy.
And everybody knows about the cookie sale. But the cookie sales generates funds for the activities, programs, and the scholarships. But we need more resources than money. We need more volunteers. One of the things that we do is a family and community partnership drive every year. And that's where we ask for donations from our local businesses and from individuals in the community. And that's where we get our money to fill those gaps in our budget. That's where those scholarships come from. And we were talking about volunteers. We need adult volunteers to lead troops on a long-term basis and on a short-term basis.
Back to donations.
Okay.
There are a number of things. Money's not the only thing you can donate. Sometimes your time is more valuable than writing a check.
Most definitely. One example I can think of that maybe your audience could relate to, there are some badges where you're asked to interview someone who's older in your family about their history or ask them to tell you a story. A lot of these girls, their relatives live out of state or are no longer living. We could use older members of the community to come in and tell their story.
What a great opportunity for.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a storyteller. I love stories. I'm also a writer. Stories are just fascinating to me. And a lot of people don't have an opportunity to tell their stories. And there are a lot of young ears out there that are ready to listen to those stories.
Most definitely. I think that the older people in our community have much more to give than they realize. We want to hear their stories. We want them to come along on trips. We want them to come and help with meetings. They could go to our council office that's right here in Bowling Green and help with some clerical tasks.
So there's volunteer opportunities on all different kinds of levels. Whether you're directly volunteering with a troop of young ladies or whether you're doing behind-the-scenes work.
Correct. And by volunteering, we're not going to sign you up for something that goes on forever. If you want to do a one-day task, if you want to be involved in something for a week or a month, or you want to take on a troop, which is a one-year commitment, you can keep going. Some of us have. But we're not going to make you do anything you don't want to do or sign you up for something that lasts longer than you want to be involved.
What I've learned in interacting with volunteers, if you make it hard to volunteer, people won't volunteer anymore.
That's correct.
Now, how many Girl Scouts are there? I mean, do we know? I guess we do.
Well, it changes on a daily and hourly basis for sure. I did have a number here. I think it's 22,000. I'll forget about that. I think it's 22,000 in Kentuckiana. But we also have girls in every state of the nation and then in other countries as well. And in other countries, I'm not sure that they're all called Girl Scouts. They're called Girl Guides. Guides.
Okay. How do the members get involved? If you're volunteering or if you're a member, like from what I'm hearing, I could be a member of the Girl Scout organization. If I've got $12,
you certainly can.
I can join the Girl Scouts. And how would I then get involved?
Okay.
I know I'm going to have to sell cookies. That's a given.
Not necessarily. And our adults don't sell cookies.
Okay. Girls
sell cookies. I think you have a phone number that you were going to put up on the screen for your viewers. And then there's
Phone number's on the screen right now. That's 842-8138.
That is our Caveland Girl Scout office that's here in Bowling Green. If you'll call that number and speak to a membership development specialist, they can answer your questions, get you whatever forms you need, set up an interview with you, however you want to go about it. If you need more information, I believe there was also a website address that you can go to, and I don't know if that's on your screen or not, but you can click on the volunteer tab and learn more about that.
The website is showing on the screen right now.
Okay.
And something that kind of, I don't know why this surprised me, but there are actually girls on waiting lists
There are girls
waiting for
yes.
troop leaders.
We only have so many volunteers, and you have to have an adult to girl ratio for safety reasons. And once a troop leader reaches that limit of number of girls per adult volunteers, that's all she can take. So we have girls on waiting lists waiting to be in Girl Scout troops, but no volunteers to be their leader.
The only thing standing between them and the Girl Scout experience is just for one adult to step forward and take on a year, at least they have to commit to a year.
For a troop leader, yes.
Okay.
And a troop leader would also pay that $12 registration fee. You do not have to have a uniform. You're not going to have to run out and buy all this garb. You would be involved in some training. I think there's 3 classes, but each class is like 2.5 hours, and they are provided free of charge in order to get you started.
Okay.
The materials are all free. We provide those. That's comes from that family community partnership money.
Why did you, now you've been a Girl Scout since 2nd grade, and you have continuously been a Girl Scout since?
No,
okay,
not continuously. In 2nd grade, I decided I wanted to join Girl Scouts because something about wearing a uniform appealed to me. Don't know why. And I also had this misconception that marching would be involved.
Is there marching?
No, there's no marching. I don't know what that was. And then I stayed in Girl Scouts through the 8th grade and then left because I had some other commitments. Then when I grew up and had 2 daughters of my own, they joined Girl Scouts, and I quickly kind of fell into that troop leader role and stayed with it until my girls and all the girls in my troop all graduated and moved away, and some of them even earned their gold award, which is
Tell me what that is.
it is the highest award that a girl can earn in Girl Scouting.
Is that like Eagle Scout?
It is often compared to the Eagle Scout Award, which is more widely known, and we don't know why. So I'm thankful for this opportunity to get the word out about that. After the girls our troop dissolved, and I quickly realized that there was a whole lot of volunteerism going on behind the scenes, jobs that were being done in support of troop leaders, and I decided to pay it forward and take on some of those roles. And now I don't know how to get out.
I love that expression, pay it forward.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that Girl Scouts learn? I know there's like, you earn badges just like in Boy Scouts, is that correct?
You can, that is an opportunity. We've sort of shifted our focus in the last couple of years to journeys and pathways, and a girl can really choose how much she wants to be involved and in what direction she wants to take. She can only do the camping stuff, or she can only do the travel stuff, or she can do activities stuff. It depends on what she likes to do. We also have the badges, which, each one of those has requirements, but that are specific, but yet open to some interpretation, how she wants to accomplish that goal and in what direction she wants to take it.
First aid, for example. What's involved in? Is there a first aid badge?
But there are badges. With your brownies, it's called a try it, where you're only required to try it. And then you have proficiency badges that go on up through our highest level in Girl Scouting. So say first aid badge, and I'm talking off the top of my head here. I don't know what the requirements are. But you would do a career investigation. You might follow a nurse for a day, or you might follow a hospital administrator. And then, of course, there would be the skill building things, actually doing the hands-on first aid skills. But, but Girl Scouts isn't just about, first aid, camping. Some of the things that came to mind from my childhood were knitting, crafts, leadership skills, field trips. It's what the girls want to do. And they end up planning it themselves.
So it's each girl has the opportunity to kind of tailor her experience to her interest and her strengths.
Yes.
As well as her weaknesses, maybe to build up some strengths? Or?
Yes, because we want to build girls of courage, confidence, and character. One of the experiences that comes to my mind when I took a troop camping years ago, we asked an older girl troop to go with us, thinking that they would be good role models for my younger girls. One of the girls in that older troop had never been camping. And she told me, she goes, "I hate the outdoors. I'm just going because my mom says I have to go."
Where do I plug in my hairdryer?
Pretty much. By the end of that 3.5-day weekend, everybody else was sitting on benches around the fire. This young lady was wallowing in the dirt, refused to sit on a bench. And she said, "I had the best time this weekend. I'm glad."
You've had some experiences with the Girl Scouts.
Well, I have. A lot of the things that I have done, I never dreamed that I would do them in my lifetime. And yet I'm so glad that I had those opportunities. I've been rock climbing, rappelling, whitewater rafting, zip line. Never dreamed I would do those things. Stand in front of a group of 4,000 women and speak into a microphone, or be on TV. But really glad that I had those experiences. I'm really proud of them. Some of them I want to repeat.
Zip lining?
For one, or the rappelling actually surprised me that I want to do that again. But I don't want to scare any of your viewers away from volunteering. These are choices that I made. Nobody's going to make you do anything you don't want to do.
You don't have to knit. You're not forced to knit.
No.
You're not forced to rappel.
But it opens up so many more opportunities for you to experience.